exciting cities in the world, New York is constantly bustling with activity. There are famous sights wherever you look, and there is never enough time to visit them all. Many tourists simply come to view the sights, such as the Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building, Brooklyn Bridge, Central Park, historic districts, and various renowned museums. Some people travel expressly to take in the Broadway performances, while others come specifically to shop and eat. So subscribe to our channel now before we start our countdown. Number 10. Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty, the most recognizable landmark in America, is at the top of every first-time visitor's list of things to do in New York. It was a gift from France to America. One of America's greatest tourist destinations, it was constructed in 1886 and continues to serve as a global symbol of freedom. With a height of just under 152 feet from the base to the torch and a weight of roughly 450,000 pounds, it is one of the tallest statues in the entire world. The statue is visible from the ground, with views from Battery Park at the southernmost tip of Manhattan being particularly good. The best thing to do, however, is to take a quick boat ride to Liberty Island and see the Statue of Liberty up close in order to appreciate it fully. Enjoy a leisurely stroll around the base before entering the pedestal, if you wish. At the time of writing, the crown is still shut. You can choose to visit Ellis Island and tour the Immigration Museum as part of a tour to the Statue of Liberty. The historic Immigration Station Complex, where countless immigrants were processed before entering the U.S., is home to this wonderful museum. The process, the experiences of the individuals who pass through here on their way to the United States are highlighted in the exhibits. You can even look up a list of immigrants who pass through here by using the on-site computer database. Number 9. Central Park. Anyone visiting New York City should take a stroll in Central Park's winding paths, ride a bicycle through them, or ride in a carriage. You can even put on your skates in the winter and skate over Woolman Rink. One of the things that makes New York such a beautiful and livable city is this enormous park in the middle of the city, which is a half-mile wide and 2.5 miles long. The majority of the attractions in Central Park are free, making it one of the few inexpensive things to do in NYC in addition to being a great place to experience some nature. The lake, strawberry fields, the Central Park Zoo, and Belvedere Castle are a few of the most well-liked tourist destinations. Pick up a map at one of the visitor centers and plan your route if you are exploring the park on your own. Number 8. Rockefeller Center and AMP, top of the Rock Observation Deck. Rockefeller Center is a popular attraction in New York that almost all visitors include on their travel plans. NBC, TV and other media outlets are housed in this sizable entertainment and retail complex in the middle of Manhattan, but the 70-story 30 Rockefeller Plaza, an Art Deco skyscraper that offers breathtaking views of Manhattan from its renowned top of the Rock Observation Deck, is the complex's focal point. The 3 floors that make up the so-called deck are situated on the 67th, 69th, and 70th floors. Spectacular views are available in both indoor and outdoor viewing areas, day or night. A top of the Rock Observation Deck ticket can be purchased in advance. If your plans change or the weather isn't cooperative, you can change the date with these tickets thanks to their flexible voucher redemption policy. Number 7. Metropolitan Museum of Art. One of the most well-known museums in the United States is the Metropolitan Museum of Art, or the Met as it is more frequently known. It was established in 1870. There are more than 2 million works of art in the Met's permanent collection, which spans a time period of 5,000 years. The Met Fifth Avenue serves as the museum's focal point despite having 3 locations. The collection's highlights include American decorative arts, weapons and armor, costumes, Egyptian art, musical instruments, and a wide range of other items. Number 6. Broadway and the Theater District. One of the most popular things to do in New York City is to see a Broadway performance. This theater, which is regarded as the best in the country, features both the most recent productions and time-honored classics. The term Broadway is typically used to refer to just Broadway theater, which includes a sizable number of theaters in the theater district and on Broadway itself. Tickets for the most well-liked performances should be ordered well in advance. Number 5. Empire State Building. One of New York's most recognizable landmark structures and a popular destination for tourists is the Empire State Building. The 102-story, 381-meter tall building held the record for world height until the One World Trade Center tower surpassed it 41 years later. When the Empire State Building opened in 1931, it was topped with an airship mooring mast and instantly became a landmark and a representation of New York City. The Empire State Building has 2 observatories, but both have breathtaking views. Looking into the neighboring states of New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, and Massachusetts, you may see up to 80 miles away on clear days. Number 4. 9/11 Memorial and Museum. The World Trade Center's twin 110-story buildings previously dominated the Manhattan skyline but were tragically demolished on September 11, 2001, by jetliners being flown by suicide passengers. 2 square reflecting ponds, each measuring an acre, now lie where the World Trade Center's 2 towers once did. The National September 11th Memorial is a somber memorial to the 6 victims of the earlier World Trade Center explosion in February 1993 as well as the almost 3,000 victims of the attacks on September 11, 2001. The pools are sunken and surrounded by grass and trees. Water cascades over the walls and flows into a square that appears to have no bottom. The largest artificial waterfalls in North America are located here. Number 3. High Line. The High Line, a fascinating and recently extended attraction in New York City, was once a train line but has been converted into a city walking trail above the streets. Many of the trees and plants that have been planted in this distinctive linear public park are native species. Many of these bloom in the spring. The park offers outstanding views of the city and is mostly surrounded by glass railings, giving it a natural feel. This green space on the west side of Manhattan stretches from Gansevoort Street, just south of West 13th Street, to West 34th Street, just north of it. For the most part, it runs parallel to 10th Avenue. Several locations along the road provide access to it. Some just provide stair access, while others include elevator access. Number 2. American Museum of Natural History. The American Museum of Natural History is one of New York City's top museums for family outings because it offers something for everyone to enjoy. All the fascinating aspects of our planet's natural environment are displayed in 8 permanent exhibit halls, including science, the environment, animals, and fossils. Number 1. Times Square. The place to be in New York at night. Times Square is lined with enormous, brilliantly lit billboards and screens, but it's exciting any time of day. The famous ball drop at midnight takes place here as part of New Year's Eve festivities in New York, and the square and nearby streets are crowded with revelers. Times Square is constantly busy and crowded, but it has a special charm all its own. A great place to pause and take in the scene are the bleachers that are set up at one end. Times Square, formerly known as Longacre Square, was renamed in 1904 in honor of the New York Times Tower. The newspaper was the first of its kind in the world to display the most recent headlines along a moving sign in 1928. Visit the Madame Tussauds Wax Museum if you're looking for something entertaining to do as a group or as a couple after you've had your fill of sitting on the bleachers. The uncannily accurate wax sculptures depict New York City icons like Jimmy Fallon and The Tonight Show set, Broadway performers, and events where you can dress up and take part. A glass dome on the structure extends over Times Square, providing stunning views. So share with us your favorite place. And subscribe to us to know more.